Hi everyone, it's Happymailqueen. I thought I'd do a video to share how I store my thin metal dies, and I have gotten a couple of requests to share that with you guys, and I've had to answer some questions as to where I buy my storage pouch to store the dies, where I get my magnetic sheets. So let me go ahead and show you my process. I will be speeding up the video so that this won't be too long. So I hope you guys find this helpful. So let's get started. First, since I have my dies here on my table, this is the perfect opportunity to do this. So I basically take the dies out of the packaging, and I love the fact that Alina Crafts package their dies in this clear plastic with no stickers on it, so I can reuse it, so that's really great. I go ahead and remove the die because usually there's just an adhesive that is holding the die on the packaging. And I usually save the packaging because it usually has either the name of the die or the manufacturer of the die, the brand name. So I usually will just put my magnetic sheet on the packaging. The magnetic sheet that I like to use comes from Amazon, and the brand is Accord, and it comes in 8 by 15 inch sheet, and there's 3 in a package, and it's very similar to, and this is how it looks like. It's very similar to the one that you can also find at Home Depot, and they're vent covers, and so you can go to Home Depot and buy it there. It costs about a little under $6, and I started buying mine on Amazon because the price is about the same, and I get it delivered to me instead of having to go to Home Depot. And so it's basically pretty identical except for the brand name. I have used the magnetic sheets that have the adhesive on the back, but I felt like it has a slippery finish on it, and I felt like my dies were slipping off it. So that's why I prefer this particular magnetic sheet. And so what I usually do is I will just place my die on the magnetic sheet, and that's how I size it. I will cut the magnetic sheet to the size of the die. I feel this is more cost effective. So after I cut the magnetic sheet to size, I will then adhere that piece to the packaging that has, the name of the die. And then if the packaging is too small, the size of the packaging is too small to fit inside the sleeves, then I will put the packaging on top of cardstock that I will fit to size to make sure that it fits better inside the plastic sleeve. And before I adhere the magnetic sheet to the packaging using my ATG adhesive, let me show you the different size plastic sleeves that I use and what brand I use. Now there's, again, 3 different sizes: a small, medium, and large. I find that I usually use the small and the medium most. The medium and the large pouch here are Avery Elle, but the small size is a brand that is more cost effective actually, because they give you a lot more. And that brand is called the CheckOutStore on Amazon. And that's where I also get the Avery Elle. I still use Avery Elle though sometimes, if they have a good deal online, where I can, get it in bulk. And I do like the clarity of the bag also, and sometimes I like to use that for shakers. So for this particular die right here, I will be using the smaller pouch sleeve, I guess we can say. But for bigger dies, of course, I'm going to be using the medium or the large. So here, let's go back to trying to size the packaging here. I'm going to trim this down so that it will fit the small sleeve. And I will also, you'll see later on, I will also put that packaging sheet there that I'm cutting right now. I'll also adhere that to another cardstock so that it'll fit nicely inside the sleeve. And so here I'm just trimming this down further because I decided I wanted it oriented horizontally instead of vertically. I purchased a heavyweight cardstock here from Hobby Lobby. I still prefer the Michaels brand because their 110-pound cardstock is much sturdier. This one feels more like maybe an 85-pound cardstock. So I think I'll be going back to the Michaels brand. So here I'm just cutting this or adhering it to that cardstock that I cut, and I believe it was 5 by 5 1/8 inch to fit nicely inside the small sleeve. I would also invest in a label maker. This is a Brothers label maker that I believe, gosh, I think I got it at Office Depot. I can't remember, but I have a couple of these and they work really well. I usually use the white label tape because I just like using that one. You can easily see the letters. And I like to put the label on the actual plastic sleeve so that I can center it better, and I can use my spatula if I have to peel it off and recenter it. So that's what that was all about. Okay, so let's do one more. I'll remove the packaging again and save the plastic sleeve. I also wanted to show you how to separate the die pieces from each other. I use a wire cutter, and this one I believe I bought at Michael's, or it could have been online, but this one cuts it nice and closely, and I usually just snip it easily with the wire cutter. And sometimes there's little pieces, and I'll show you here in a minute, there's little pieces that stick out of the right here, the metal pieces that stick out. So I take my wire cutter again and I wrap it in a paper towel so that the little piece that you're cutting off doesn't go flying off somewhere in your craft room and you end up stepping on it. I used to get splinters all the time from cutting the pieces off. I really like the quality of the Alina Craft dies though, because I haven't really gotten any splinters. I feel like the metal in between the piece, the die pieces, when you cut them off, they're a little bit thicker. So sometimes you don't even need your wire cutter. You can just use a, what do you call it? Like a long nose plier to just separate the dies too. Now here, what am I doing here? I am sizing my magnetic sheet again. And I'm just basically repeating the process. I'm gonna again adhere that magnetic sheet on the original packaging here, and I'm gonna size it so that it fits inside the medium plastic sleeve. And that's why I put the measurements on the sleeve there, the bag that I just showed you, so that I know what size to cut. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my process. This just repeats, like I said, and I'll make sure that I put all the links down below in the description box, so that you guys know where to find these magnetic sheets and the sleeves, the Avery Elle sleeves, or the CheckOutStore sleeves. And also I will make sure I put the link to the label, the tape that I use, because I found a pretty good deal where I think I was able to get 3 of the replacement label tapes, cassettes, for the Brother label maker. So I will also leave that in the description box. So anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful, and please give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next video.